Hi, guys. We just wanted to send out a few notes and information. My name is Tanya Olson, and I am the co-owner and director of golf for RSA Consulting. We really take a personal approach to the recruiting process and try to hit all the aspects of a student athlete going through this, what could be a very tedious process. So we just wanted to take some time today and explain a little bit about who we are, why we're different. And I wanted to introduce you to my team. We have a really great group of ladies with us with over 85 years of coaching experience. I come at this group with more of a consulting background. So we have a lot of different aspects that we're coming together with. And I really love that and really proud of the team that we've put together to help you guys through this process. So I've been in the consulting world for about 15 years. I used to work for a very large company and then created RSA, which is a private company that helps all athletics, actually. I'm the director of golf, so just do specifically to golf. But as I mentioned, we really take a personal approach and listen to what the athlete needs, listen to what the family needs, and then start a program specific to them and their needs. I've placed over 180 kids in all divisions, D1, D2, D3, NAI, as well as junior college. So we really look at where you are potentially and try to find the best fit. Not looking just at athletics, but we'll never sacrifice academics to make that happen. So I did play Division I golf myself, so been there, done that. I know what it's like to be nervous. I still play competitively myself in mid-ams. I had the blessed opportunity to play in 2 US AMs and 7 mid-ams. So I know what it's like to still play and compete. So with that, I'd love to introduce you to my team. Let's start with Mary.
Thanks, Tanya. My name is Mary Swanson, and I reside in St. Louis, Missouri, so right in the heart of the United States. And I come to RSA from a coaching lens. So I coached college golf for 20 seasons, played professional golf for 5 seasons, kind of in the middle of all of that, but was at institutions in both Division I and Division III. And so really come to consulting from the lens of goal setting and mentoring. How can we create an individualized path for each family to reach the goal, whatever that might be? And so we really leave no stone unturned in the sense of what are the things the student athlete is needing, particular to the time in school they are. If they're younger, we have an opportunity to kind of pave a path that we might be able to take different forks in the road. But we also have the ability when we get to older kids, we kind of know what's important at the right time in terms of things like tournaments and visiting schools and communication with coaches. So we really look at this process holistically. And what I really value about my relationship with all of the ladies who you're going to get to hear from today is that we've got great relationships across the industry. We really try to stay in the lane where we're knowledgeable, but as needed, we do bring in experts, whether it's nutrition, fitness, the mental side, any of the things that we feel like an athlete might need exposure to reach their potential. So I'm excited to be here, and I started with RSA in 2021. And looking forward to introducing my other 2 colleagues. So Ginger, why don't you take it away?
Hey, thanks, Erin. She left out that she was a really great collegiate player in the Ivy League. So you can hear that by the way she speaks as compared to me. No, I'm blessed to be a part of this group. I sought them out as I evolved in my career. Played at University of Texas, played professionally, went into the PGA of America and got a Class A. I'm a teacher full-time in the greater Houston area now. But with 15 years in college coaching, both at a mid-level Division I and then an SEC school as well. So as I had children and raised them up, I had 2 student athletes of my own. So I was able to experience sport and athletics as a player, as a professional, as a teacher, and then as a parent. So I've got a really good base of feel for all of the ebbs and flows of the recruiting process and the learning and growing. And that is something that I take very seriously, and I like to pour into student athletes and answer questions they might not even know they have. So being on this side of the recruiting process and being able to advocate for and facilitate knowledge of questions to ask and things they couldn't even dream of thinking about, it is so much fun. And I hope that that's what we're able to convey to all our parents and potential student athletes out there. Coaches on the high school level, you can't start early enough, and that's something that we can share with them as we continue to grow in their knowledge and the knowledge of these young student athletes that think competing is the only part of it. We're able to facilitate connections, and like Mary alluded to, with the mental component of how far we've come and the ability for us to train better and connecting them with professionals in those arenas and who they might work well with and be able to grow. It's just an incredible fun time, and we put the student athlete first in its totality: academic, athletics, and personal growth. Those are 3 pillars that we believe in wholeheartedly. So, Erin, now it's time for you to take a turn, girl.
All right, thank you, Ginger. My name's Erin O'Neill, and I just started with RSA a little over a year ago. Prior to that, I was a Division I coach for 21 years. I also played collegiately at the University of Georgia and spent some time playing professionally on the mini tour, did LPGA Q school, and didn't quite make it through that, but that's okay. I played in 7 US amateurs and 2 US Opens. So golf has been very much a big part of my life and competing. And I loved college golf, and that's kind of why I got into coaching. I enjoy kind of shaping and seeing young people develop and helping them, not just on the golf course, but also in school and in life. And so I feel like that's kind of what I bring now in this additional role of being a consultant and helping families and high school coaches navigate the recruiting process. Is that we really do as a team focus on developing the whole person and kind of helping navigate the ins and outs of the NCAA and how to communicate with coaches and your swing coach and finding the right support system for you. And it is a lot to handle, and we all have a tremendous amount of experience and connections, like Mary and Ginger both said, with other coaches and teachers around the country and around the world. And so that's very much, we're not a cookie cutter style company. We're very much about the person. And one of the things I've always believed is that people make places great, so people make companies great. And I really firmly believe that the 4 of us offer a very much a wholehearted, trying to help each person individually on their path to find the right fit, so that when you make that decision on where you want to go to school, it's the right place. And so I think we have a great group of ladies here who genuinely want to help student athletes, your parents, and coaches find the right fit. So with that, I will
Thank you,
pass
ladies.
back.
Yeah, back to me. Yeah, thank you, ladies. Now you all see why I've loved this group, and I feel like we're all better together than solo. So couldn't be happier with the team that's in place. Ginger, you said something that was really true, and that is you can't start soon enough. And I think I want to touch on that for a second, because I know that there's going to be a lot of high school coaches that see this, a lot of swing coaches that are working with young kids. And our philosophy is the moment that athlete knows they want to play college golf or play golf at the next level, there's something they can be doing. Our ideal athlete is going to be in the 8th grade, so we can really take them through the process. But that doesn't mean there's something that you can't be doing in the 7th grade. But it's all about creating a good foundation and creating successes for that athlete along the way. And I just want to take a second now and talk about what we do, and I'll let the ladies interject, but want to just touch on a few points as to the services that we offer and a few of the things that we do and what does consulting actually mean. So as Mary said, we really try to stay in our lane, but college consulting takes on a lot of different a lot of different hats, if you will. So whether it's letter writing, reaching out to coaches with coach visits. So preparing our kids to talk to coaches, having an online presence, making it as easy as possible for coaches to know who they are and not having to go to 5, 6 different places to make that happen. That's what we're trying to create and help the athlete with. Also help the parents with being realistic and helping guide their athlete through the process and empowering them and empowering the athlete too. Coaches don't want to hear from us. They want to hear from the athletes. And we know that. You've got 3 college coaches right here in front of you. So we're really trying to take what could be a very difficult process and empower the athlete with the information and the knowledge to be their own self-advocate, but do it in a very proactive way and very realistic way. Because if you're shooting a number that's not a D1 level and you're on a D1 path, you think you are, you're going to be wasting time. So let's not spin our wheels in the wrong direction. I'll say this more than once, our measuring stick is not the D1 level. We've had plenty of athletes that land in that because that's the level they are. But my measuring stick, and I think the ladies can say this too, is finding the right fit. I really don't care what division it is. I want you to be happy at the home you are, getting a great education and getting to play golf for the next 4 years because it's something you love to do. And preparing you to get out into the real world, right? We're trying to create adults and great young people. So it is not all about D1 or bust. And I've said before, my best success story was a young lady that was shooting 92. We found her a great home. She didn't think she could play and she got about 80% scholarship. So yeah, I mean, it's everybody's stories are different, right? So ladies, do you have anything to add to that? Anyone want to chime in?
Yeah, I wanted to just say to that end, there's some great options that have come across our radar that are really areas that are starting to be explored more heavily out of high school, and those are club golf and PGM programs. So, we've got 2 ladies who are in the PGA program, Ginger and Erin. I'm an LPGA member. Athletes are seeing the value in getting a great education at the college level and pairing that with their love for the game and wanting to go into the golf profession pretty quickly. So we've been very specific about making connections in both of those areas, so to present those options. So we're really trying to make sure there's no stone unturned in exploring what potentially is a fit. And, throughout the process, never compromising academics, whether it's somebody who aspires to play at one of the elite institutions, whether that's in the Ivy League or Division III, or, ends up at junior college and needs time to develop. Academics are important along the way in all of those choices. So those are a couple areas that I think we're uniquely positioned to help with, and we're making sure we're knowledgeable about.
Absolutely.
So there's one more thing I do want to touch on before we wrap up, and thank you for your attention. We're trying to create successes for these young athletes and positive feedback. So a large part of what we do is help with a tournament schedule. So we want to make sure that they are learning at a good rate and playing in things that are creating those successes for them. So we really do a deep dive as to where they are, where they want to go, and then look at a tournament schedule in their geography and try to create something for them specifically. So, and I think that's a big part of why we are a bit different. And it's not a one schedule fits all, if you will. Everyone's going to be a bit different where they are. So we really take a good look at that and try to create a schedule that is specific to each athlete. So.
And what I love about this group is the fact that we work with golf professionals. We work with strength and conditioning folks. We connect. We're a team that supports the student athlete, no matter what their goals are. Sometimes it gets overlooked that we might step on a toe of this, that, or the other. I just was speaking to a student athlete 3 weeks ago, and she was communicating that her current instructor wasn't able to get with her enough. She wasn't able to get on the schedule. She was traveling a lot out of town. The professional was. I very much encouraged her to evaluate what her needs were at this time. It's a critical time in the 9th grade, 10th grade. Are you getting out of your teaching professional what you need at this moment to get to your goal, to get on track to where you want to be? The answer was no. So I jump on PGA.com, logistically track who's in the areas as far as a teaching professional is concerned, check out a couple of connections collegiately in that area, and connect her with about 3 or 4 different teaching professionals that she can maybe shift to so that she gets what she needs. It's all, we are part of this big team, and you just don't want to overlook any area and how we can be assets for connecting multiple sources of improvement or growth for these student athletes to play where they fit and where they feel they can grow as a person and as a player.
I love it. Awesome, ladies. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have enjoyed a little bit of information and a little behind the scenes as to who we are, where we came from, and why we're a bit different. If you would like a little bit more information, you can reach me at Tanya@rsascouting.com, TANYA @rsascouting.com. Thank you so much.